We got some interesting stories today too, though. We are an automotive channel, just in case you've been listening. Automotive and entertainment. We get into a little bit of everything, but we've got a few exciting stories today. To say exciting, just information that's pretty relevant to some things that have been happening in the automotive industry. And I know I wouldn't say that we tend to pick on specific automakers or manufacturers, but you know what? When you're sticking when you're sticking it out there, man, you gotta expect it. So, Stellantis has really taken a beating. We've released some stories about the poor management of the Jeep commercial, how we thought that may have been kind of touchy with a lot of people with the Bruce Springsteen thing.
It was definitely controversial.
Yeah. So was it poor decision making, or are they trying to be controversial? Then of course they pay off the fine for FCA, where there was some shenanigans going on between them and the UAW. Somebody getting a little richer, and I didn't say Little Richard. Somebody getting a little richer, and now, gosh, I just hope this doesn't speak volumes for the future of what we've got coming down the pike. Touch on this a little bit, Keith.
All right, so I found out about this through carscoops.com, but it's out there in the JD Power ranking, if you want to go straight to their website. Chrysler, Stellantis, what do we call them? Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Alfa Romeo, all under Stellantis's banner. Scored below their segment averages in the JD Power 2021 customer service survey. Now, this is not vehicle quality. This is customer service.
Right, so, which is something that Keith and I harp on all the time about how easy it is to make that experience for your customers a quality one.
And there are people that understand that, because this year, the quality of customer service has been on the rise in some of their competitors. But this is where we find those four brands, again, Dodge, Jeep, Chrysler, Ram, five, sorry. Nobody said I had to have math skills for this program. And the fifth one being Alfa Romeo, all sliding in customer service quality. So,
I'd like to point out one key to this story. So we'll go down some lists and give you where they rank, U.S. manufacturers and foreign imports. But I would be happy too. But the automotive brand with the happiest customers, according to JD Power, was Porsche, which scored an 899 out of a possible 1,000 points. Then not far behind was Lexus with 895, Infiniti, and surprisingly to me, Cadillac scored very well, but you kind of expect that out of a flagship vehicle like that. It's a luxury model. You're paying through the nose for the vehicle and the services that come with it. And I go back and laugh at the Porsche thing that says the automotive brand with the happiest customers were the Porsche customers. Well, let me tell you something. If I can afford a Porsche, I'm pretty darn happy.
Yeah,
I'm just going to say that, So I think that kind of goes hand in hand. You know what you're getting into when you buy a Porsche or a BMW. That's just their way of really retaining their customers and giving them more than just an automobile to drive.
Well, and there are certain conveniences, I'm going to use that word, it might not be the exact right term here, but that a lot of these dealers are now using to improve that customer service. Let me give you an example. Jay, you just went through some service at your mini dealer, and they are using My Karma, and they sent you a walk-around video from the service bay of your car. I had my Ford truck serviced at the Ford dealer last week, and I noticed they were also using My Karma. Now, interestingly enough, not in the same way. They were using it to send out invoices, and I got a text message telling me that the service work on my truck was done, and here was a copy of the invoice and all that. And I went in and said something to the guy, and I said, hey, I noticed you're using this Karma app, and he goes, yeah, we, whatever. And I go, do your techs ever use the video side? And he went, the what? So they, they didn't even know you could do that. So, Mini definitely has an angle that's, I would say, improving their customer satisfaction in terms of their service quality, right?
Well, I think that's what it's all about, yes. And, it's a telling statistic here in this report that you get from J.D. Powers. And, you had somewhat of a negative feeling about your invoice. You felt that it wasn't broken down properly, and it could have been communicated to you a lot better.
Well, they didn't tell me the work that they did. They basically just sent me a copy. They just said, "Here, the amount due.
Here's amount due," and it's like, okay, well, what did you do?
Right.
Can we have that discussion? And so that is where a disconnect comes in, and that is why the numbers are truly telling. And so, we're going to get to that. So, they break this down into premium brands, and then brands like across broader markets and stuff. So you got premium brands. Let's go over that list a little bit, Keith. So number one, like we said here in the premium brand index survey, the ranking has Porsche at number one, followed closely behind by Lexus, Infiniti, and Cadillac. And then you start dropping in levels of customer satisfaction. You got Lincoln that is below Cadillac. Now again, get up beyond that. That's your higher tier vehicles. They should rank high.
Yep.
That's what you're paying for. It's like I've always said it before. When I go to a restaurant to have a meal, it's about the whole experience. So the plate of food may be delicious, but if the person serving me that food is not taking care of me and just has a terrible attitude, it ruins it for me. Well, this is no different. This is a customer satisfaction situation.
And you have to figure, Jay, that, here's an example of kind of what happened to me. And this happens to all of us, is I got the now you're going to get a survey, and if there's any reason why you can't give us the highest number, which was a 5, call us and it's just a lot of peer pressure on, make sure you just give us 5s, right? And
they're selling the vote, man, is what they're doing.
It's sort of like, well, why don't you ask me before we have this conversation if I'm happy, or if there's anything that you need to do, or maybe even just when we're, talking about the service, you go, hey, are you good with this? How does this sound to you? I just feel like, the focus is not customer satisfaction. The focus is, are you going to give me a 5, right? I think we've sort of lost our, and so interestingly enough, rounding out the bottom in the luxury list in terms of service, Jaguar, Land Rover, and Alfa Romeo. Now, BMW kind of right in the middle, Acura right in the middle, Mercedes right in the middle, Acura, Mercedes, BMW in that order, and they're all within a point of each other. I would actually sort of expect them to be higher than Lexus and Infiniti, but not the case, right?
Right, absolutely. And again, Alfa Romeo is part of that family, that Stellantis family. Okay, so let's just keep that in mind. And Alfa Romeo was the lowest on the list at 797. And again, I think that, and I haven't seen the entire list, but I expect that they would be they're not. who is at the top there, which blows me away, and I kind of expected this. I expected Hyundai to be in a better position. But so you've got other ranking, which is mass market brands. Okay, let's talk about that a little bit.
That's
okay?
just your, basically all your non-luxury cars, like just your, if it's not
and they're sold.
Yeah.
Right. They're sold in Central America. They're sold in South America. They're sold in Europe. They're sold all over the world, so they call it mass market brands. And so they give an overall survey of that. So my Mini is number one. Numero uno, number one at 864. And that's a pretty high score for the mass market brands. The three... Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is so sad. I mean, I don't get it. And you would think with the amount of vehicles that they sell and some of the durability that they claim they have, and again, this is on service of the vehicle, not necessarily customer service for the vehicle or the vehicle working
customer
in working order.
satisfaction.
It's more customer satisfaction.
From service, right?
Right. But Ram is at the very bottom. Chrysler is...
Does that surprise you? Yeah.
Ram, then the Chrysler brand, the Jeep brand.
Well, yeah. So of the last 5, Dodge, Volkswagen,
4.
Jeep, Chrysler, and Ram, 4 of those are Stellantis products.
Now, and let's talk about the one above Dodge.
Okay.
And there's a reason why I bring that up. It's exactly what we were talking about. The numbers tell the truth. Okay, so you had a really, it wasn't a desirable transaction. It was not a desirable, the way it was handled and how you got it was not something that you would have expected. You expected for them to be very, explicit in what they did to your vehicle. It's your vehicle. It's an appendage of you, basically, man. I mean, it's your baby, right? So
Ford is right above Dodge. Now, I will say I've noticed a correlation here. It seems like, and I'm not sure about Mini being at the top, but would you say, as you look at that list, you can see those, right? Yeah. The companies that are doing better on sales numbers seem to be at the bottom in customer satisfaction and customer service satisfaction. It's almost like they don't have to try as hard. You see that? You agree with that?
That's a valid point, but I question the Kia and the Hyundai. Hyundai is below Kia on that list.
Yeah.
But, Kia's numbers have to be up. I don't know. I'd have to check those. I haven't seen them. But I think that there is a correlation there. Now, here, what happens, okay? So you sell more vehicles, you got more customers, you got more complaints. That's just kind of the nature of how it works. We get that.
Right.
But this right here is exactly what you and I spoke about on a podcast or two ago about the Mini Cooper experience that I had.
Right.
How well that they treated me. And here is Mini is at the top of the list with how well they satisfy their customers. Now, why do not all of these take advantage of the technology that is available to them to make their lives easy? We spoke about this. We were contacted by the service manager who thanked us for bringing up to their attention how hard they work to satisfy their customers and make sure they get up hard and work every day. They get up, work, and every day and work hard, I should say, and there's the reflection of those things that they do and do appropriately.
So Jay's talking about, for those of you that don't know this, we did a segment. It's out on YouTube, youtube.com/Parts Counter Gurus, and you can check out the video where we show you how Mini Cooper uses the My Karma as part of their whole service experience, and encourage you to go check that out. You can see how it works. It's already out there on our website. And Jay, maybe I'm just thinking out loud here, but as we potentially bring this segment to a close, just wanted to remind everybody here in a few seconds, you're going to get a survey on your screen, and it's going to ask you to hit that subscribe button. Ring the bell. People say ring the bell. Isn't it really more like you click the bell?
Click the bell. One at the very top. All. Click all. The bell is everything on the, like the vibrations and the bell.
Yeah.
All black.
Yeah, but you don't actually ring the bell, right?
You're
You
not
just
gonna
click
ring-
the bell.
Click the bell.
Yep, hit the subscribe button. Leave us a comment. Tell us what you like. Always like to see and hear
Yes.
what you folks think. I know we've got a lot of Stellantis fans out there. Hey, don't shoot the messenger here. We're just giving you.
No, and there's some yes, absolutely, man. And there's some exciting things coming down the pike for Stellantis with Jeep
Yep.
and. With the recent reveal of the Grand Wagoneer,
Yep.
and the tease with the all electric Jeep that may be coming,
Yep.
the Magneto name, trade name that they filed for. So there's a lot of things. We're just giving you the results of surveys that are factual. It's a factual piece of information for companies. This is a guideline for them to improve upon, and we hope that the ones that are at the bottom of this list do. And Stellantis at the bottom, but maybe they've had a lot more focus on other things at the moment,
Yeah.
or maybe their sales are just so darn high they can't handle
Well,
it. And
good for them.
again, they need to take this tool and learn from it, and that's where technology comes in, where you can do these things and share it with your employees and get better at what you do. So. Yeah, so good luck to Stellantis and getting that number in the right direction.